Can you curl your tongue? I want to see if it can do that.
And we found its limitations.
No, like this one.
No, I'm doing it.
Oh, it can't do it. We got it. We got it. So if you're trying to figure out if you're talking to a real human or an avatar, ask them to curl their tongue. Mm, mm.
Welcome back to Macrodosing. This is Nano, huh? This is Nano dosing. PFT out doing PMT things. So it's just a game. We got Billy, we got Big T, Mac and Maddie on the ones and twos. And we got a dope episode. We're just gonna talk about some current event stuff. But first and foremost, we got some business to handle. Who gonna handle that?
The business we have to handle today is dudes, your business. I want to talk to you guys about Manscaped. Roses are red, violets are blue. Trim your balls, and your date will thank us too. What's up, fellas? Valentine's Day is knocking, and Manscaped is the remedy for what the love doctor ordered. Let's talk about the hero Valentine's Day, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. This electric trimmer features skin safe technology guarding your V Day treasure against any grooming mishaps. Look, when you're dealing with that down there, you got a forest to cut down. You don't want any forest fires and you don't want to cut down any protected species, especially tree trunks or whatever. It comes with their brightest LED spotlight yet. It's brighter than your best romantic smile, perfect for precise grooming, even in the trickiest spots. Oh, it's waterproof too, making shower shaves a breeze. But hey, that's not everything to love. The Love Doctor ordered. This package also features the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose hair trimmer, Manscaped's liquid formulations, and two free goodies: the Shed travel bag and Boxers 2.0, because comfort is king for all my dogs. And for a happy ending, there's the Manscaped Refined Cologne. It's a Valentine's Day touch to your grooming routine. Elevate your grooming routine and set the stage for romantically smooth celebration. And for the bearded kings, Manscaped brings you the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Designed to shape your scruff effortlessly, it sculpts cheek lines and maintains beard styles, giving you the suave look for your romantic moments. Seamlessly handling even thicker beards, it's the perfect tool for a polished, date-ready appearance. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code DOSE, that's DOSE, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com, and use the code DOSE because your grooming upgrade awaits, ready to charm your Valentine's dates.
There it is. Appreciate you taking care of the housekeeping. Billy, if y'all wonder what's going on, if you're watching on YouTube, all right, I got an Apple Vision Pro, right? And I'm trying out this technology and I wanted to fuck with it on the pod. This is this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. So for the listeners, if you can, go check it out on YouTube because it has a what they call what do they call this? A persona. So it digitally captures my face and captures everything and it projects my face and like it's you could tell it's animated but it's just, it's just a wild thing, man. And so there's two of me right now. There's me actually showing me actually using it, and then there's me what's projected on the Zoom call. And so this technology to me is fascinating. Yo, this is crazy. It's my little Apple Vision Pro review. All right, so check this out. This is my real studio, right? This is a real, you know what I'm saying? This is where it goes down. This is a real piano touching it. This is my studio. Right, I'm working on some stuff. But I just wanted to get like a an overview of this shit because I think this is crazy. It just came out, and I got one. So let me just give you like a little overview of what this thing could do, man. So like I look up and I select things by pressing my fingers, and as you see, the icon is moving. It's tracking my eyes. I'm looking at each icon and it's tracking my eyes. So I go, that's my home. This is the home. This is crazy. And what's dope about this is like no matter where I go, that's where it's fixated in this. I don't know what's that called in the technological world, but whatever that shit is crazy. And you can actually physically touch things. Like say I go to my photos, I touch my photos, right? And you can pick and move and choose whatever you want. And so it's like, excuse me, it's like this is crazy. And so let's say I wanted to go right here, right? This is a video of me playing golf. Banger. You already know what it is. But look, you can zoom in, zoom out. Look at the pose. You feel me? This is just just the future. And I look at the bottom right here and I pinch and I can move it around. I can move it wherever I want to. Let's leave that there. Let's go back up to the menu. Boom. Let's say I want to open up, you know what I'm saying? I want to watch a movie. Bam. Now the movie screen is right here. I still got my stuff over here. I want to come over here. Boom. Go back to the menu. I can touch it, you know, or it can track my eyes. And I select it like that. So this right here is like something I'm working on. And it's still all here. But like, it's something I'm working on. It's got I got a bunch of my stuff right here. You know, I'm working on a climate change video. You know, my golf notes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff to keep me, you know, remind me on what kind of swing I want to do. I'm working on a NFL documentary. I'm working on some COVID studies that I've read over the years. But let's look at this one. This is like my new project I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? And it has like it can save audio. And it's playing all while this is up, right? And I can just move. I wonder if it can play two things at the same time. Yep, it can. So this is going, this is going, just like your iPhone, right? Wop, another wop, right? It's just unreal how real this is. People would know. Pause that. Get up out of it. Get up out of it. Get up out of it. Now I think the limits of this is actually there's not that much to do because it's so new. There's not a lot of apps. There's not a lot of stuff to do, but it's really good for like productivity as far as if you have any kind of work on a Mac. I could take my MacBook, which I have a Mac here, but this video's getting long, but I have a Mac here that I can take and I can display anything that I can do on my Mac. I could do right here and the keyboard and the mouse still work in the real world. This is really dope, and it has like different environments, right? Hold on, let me go here. So I go to this environment. Let's see if I can change environments. Let's go to Yosemite. All right, so now I'm in Yosemite. It's crazy, and it feels so real. Like the possibilities are really like unlimited, man. Just unlimited possibilities. Look at this. You can just. That's the homie I went to college with, AP. What up, my dog? That's Rob. Same. That's my baby. That's Nami.
Everything's gonna be okay because I love you. I love you. And today might not be your best day, but I still love you. I love you. And I guess that's not real a logical solution.
I don't know if it's coming through how clear this stuff is. It's extremely clear. Like, it's just very clear. Look at the fit. You can like zoom in, you know what I'm saying? It's just, this is fascinating shit, man. And it's new, and the future's here. Everybody get used to it. Cause it's here, though. Alright, that's my review. All right, man. We'll just go to the moon real quick. Let me show you the moon. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shit. Shit is crazy. Can you zoom in? I don't know how to. I don't know. Maybe you can't zoom in on the things. I'm still learning this thing, but this is crazy, man. This is crazy, and you can still pull up your menu. Have all the stuff that you want right here. Unreal. Let's see. I can go here. Go to the macrodosing jump. Oh, my battery running low. And I can just send a text right there, right? This is just fascinating stuff. See, I was doing a video earlier, but I didn't get the audio. He said, "Well, I'm catching strays," but it's just fascinating stuff, man. It's the new merch. The old school don't. If y'all want to grab that, do you think? Just fascinating shit, man. This is just insane. Just totally insane. And all the while I'm still in my room. All right, that's my review. Shit is dope. Future's here. Peace. I'm just enamored with this technology. Like I had the Quest. I got the Quest 3 from Meta. And that was cool. You play some cool games on there. It was whatever. This is wild. This, I think, is a game changer. And I don't know a lot about technology, but this is what I feel. I feel like this can actually change the game. This is like I said, this is in beta. This the persona thing is in beta. So like 2, 3, 4 generations from now, it's gonna be pretty damn near close to indistinguishable from being on the Zoom time. So like this is pretty accurate, right? You can tell
Definitely a YouTube episode because Arian's avatar is fascinating to just because you see both him moving and the avatar in the realism of it. You know it's fake, but it's literally like Avatar.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's tracking all my micro movements on my face. Like I'm barely winking my right eye, and it's capturing that. Barely winking my left eye, it's capturing it. Stick my tongue out, it's capturing it. And I don't know how to do this. Is
in real time.
In real time.
You stick your tongue out, and the character does it at the same time. Wait, how does it even see your tongue?
Can you curl your tongue? I want to see if it can do that.
Maybe we found its limitations.
No, like this one.
No, I'm doing it.
Oh, I can't do it. We got it. We got it. So if you're trying to figure out if you're talking to a real human or an avatar, ask them to curl their tongue.
Nice. So I have several
fascinating.
questions.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I have been playing. I got it yesterday. Just on some rich nigga shit. I ain't gonna lie. I saw an ad for it, and I had to drop my kid off to his basketball practice. I saw an ad for it, and I was like, "Are they out?" And I googled it. It was like, "Yeah, it's out." And so I went to the store and picked him up.
You bought this on a whim?
On a whim. I bought it on a whim. You're right. This is some rich stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So have you worn it in public?
Haven't worn it in public yet. I haven't found its utility in public yet because, like I said, I think the downfall of what this is right now is so new. There's not a lot of stuff to do on it. So like, this is cool as shit. Like, this is dope. So like, I'll record some of this for y'all, so you can get the, I'm gonna record it and kind of like you can transpose it and so you can see what I'm seeing. But as far as the utility of it outside, I mean, I think there's like some dinosaur following games and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe little shit like that. Like, but I don't see the utility out of it outside. Again, I just got it last night, so it's kind of new for me.
Pokemon Go using that in the real world, that would be insane.
Yeah.
What is your favorite or best use that you found for it so far?
Right now I'm just screen recording, so I'm gonna screen record this. All right, so I'm currently screen recording. All right, so right now my best use of it is like probably the movie watching thing. The movie watching is insane. And I like I said, if you watch YouTube, we'll put it in there, like my little review of it. But it's just it's immersive. It's like you're sitting in a theater all by yourself. It can black it out, and you can move the screen up, back, side, wherever you want to make it as big. But I think the draw to it is how crystal clear it is. It is so crystal clear. It is like I can pull up my videos in my iCloud, my photos, and it's just clear as day. It's clearer than real life on some real shit. And that's why I feel like the future of this is like the possibilities are really unlimited. It's like it's really on some Ready Player One shit. It's like it's the beginning stages of that.
I
Gee,
saw somebody talking about, it was a tweet that said like the Apple Vision Pro is in this stage, and it was the first iPhone where you could like tilt it and pretend you were drinking a beer, and like the original lighter app where you just flicked the lighter open and people were like, whoa, that's so cool.
yeah.
Yep.
And like this is, they also, I didn't realize they patented this in 2007.
Yeah, which is wild. They had it. I saw that mock-up. That mock-up was hooked up to the
iPod.
iPod. Yeah, I forgot what the shit was called. It's been so long. iPod. This was hooked up to an iPod. So they have had this in the works for almost 20 years.
Dude, I mean, the scariest thing I saw, did you see the face swap in real time they were doing?
I don't know if that's real or not.
Okay.
I don't know if that's real. But I mean, with the way I mean, look at my avatar right now. That's absolutely possible.
I
It's
mean,
absolutely possible.
think about it. If they can do it on Snapchat in real time, like face swap you, like someone just needs to develop that app to like face swap people in real life.
Yep. And see, that's the thing. That's the dope thing is it's brand new. So like people are just now getting this and getting the taste of it. All the creative people out there are just now getting their feet wet on what they can and can't do. And I'm sure Apple has a whole bunch of stuff in store that they're going to roll out. You know, if they've been developing this for 20 years, of course they have just like an interface for it. But like the creative people in society are just going to continue to evolve this thing in a way that I feel like it's definitely going. I don't feel like this is a fad. I feel strongly about that right now. I don't feel like this is a fad. I feel like the way you're able to um like so for instance, like say I have a Mac, right? I'm on a PC right now, but like say I have a Mac, I'm able to like take the screen from the Mac and everything that I'm doing on the Mac I can do on here, but I can have like split screen stuff. I can have different stuff going on. And like if you're an editor, if you're this, you're that, it's in its infancy now. So like you'll hear a lot of the reviews. I've saw some reviews. So you hear like they'll be like, I can't really do this and I can't really do this. Like, dog, it's the first one. Relax. You know what I'm saying? It's the first one. And it's like in the future, you're gonna be able to do everything in real time in a real way. It's just so you can personalize this in a way that I'm fascinated by the technology. And I mean, look, it's capturing all my eye movements, bro. This is fucking insane.
Dude, the spreadsheet boys are gonna go crazy with this one.
I really, that's a real thing. That's a
Yeah.
real thing.
I mean, there's some
NCAA
dude.
tournament that could go crazy.
The what?
Like NCAA tournament when there's 6 games going on, that
Dog, I'm
could
telling
be
you.
incredible.
I'm gonna send y'all this screen record of I'm doing it, and it's exactly what you're talking about. Watch, I'll send it right now. Watch
You don't
this.
need TVs anymore. You just need blank spaces.
Agreed. Watch, I'm gonna send this.
Jeez.
See, I'm opening up our group chat right now, and I am. Oh, did it not record? Oh, yes, it did. So right now I'm scrolling through my photos.
You need to go to the YouTube, guys, and subscribe while you're there because the hand movements of Arian in the goggles are actually almost just as cool because it looks like he's in a sci-fi movie.
It's just wow. So I just sent it. Should be coming through in the next 30 seconds or so you guys can get like an idea of what I'm looking
It
at.
is crazy that like just having iPhones is like a miracle of technology that we just take for granted at this point, but like this does seem different.
I will say when the Meta Quest came out and everything and people were doing VR, I didn't think it was that special just because it was kind of like clunky and wasn't, as smooth as this looks. This I could say like, yeah, this is the next generation of technology. Like I'm getting first iPhone vibes from this.
Yeah, and I
This
saw
is
Mark
crazy.
Zuckerberg with an interview about the Vision Pro, and of course he got a little hate in his blood, right? You know, it's naturally it's a competitor's product that's probably going to shit on yours, but one thing he did acknowledge that I will do. So people was asking me, is like, "Yo, is it worth it? Is it worth it?" That I feel like is relative, right? For me, and I do say this humble. I mean, it's everything. For me, it is worth it because I'm not gonna feel the $40,000 that it was. That's just the natural happenstance of what the economic circumstances that I'm in, right? But for the average American, I don't think it's worth $4,000 for them because it'll take a big chunk out of your finances, but it doesn't provide enough value. You know what I mean? The value for me is strictly entertainment. I don't get much value out of it utility wise. I'm not going to be more productive. I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? This is just fun to fuck around with, period. But for the average American, I feel like if you're going to spend something like that, and I'm not trying to tell you to do what to do with your money, but I'm just saying that in my view, I don't find much utility or much value of $4,000 or $5,000 if it's you're just gonna watch movies on it, if you're just gonna text messages, if you're gonna FaceTime, if you're gonna play some games, you can already do that. This just does it in I guess, a little more creative way. And so I don't really see the utility of it in spending that much money um when you can do all that shit regular.
Make your mortgage payment. Don't buy the Vision Pro.
I would second that. But yeah, so I was watching Mark Zuckerberg and he was saying like that the critiques about it I have are very similar to a lot of the creators that are kind of talking about it. It's extremely expensive. The comfortability of it, I mean, it's not bad. I don't know what else to expect, right? I expect it to be a little bit uncomfortable. It looks like ski goggles. You know what I'm saying? I'm just walking around with ski goggles on my house all day. Um, and like I said, that there's not as much to do with the interface. But I feel like it's just because it's so young. But I really feel like, I mean, imagine doing Zoom calls like this and you and your draws and you got business meetings and everybody's okay with this, but because it's a little bit more, suitable, but you have your avatar do a lot of the stuff for you. I mean, we're talking Ready Player One stuff. We're talking, what was that movie with Bruce Willis, with the surrogates, walking around and you have an avatar walking around. I mean, this is the beginning stages of that shit. That's what I really feel, man.
Huh. By the way, did you get a targeted ad for this? Like you said you were dropping your son off and then you got an ad. Was it a targeted ad?
I don't I don't think it was targeted because I hadn't been talking about it. So I mean, maybe they targeted me because they know
No,
I'm a sucker for technology.
yeah, because I haven't seen any advertising for this, to be honest. Did any of you guys see any advertising?
I mean, they don't need to do a ton of advertising for it. It's like a huge, like everybody's talking about it.
Right, but Arian got an ad. I haven't seen any ads.
I
So
don't see ads. I just keep seeing like bits that
yeah,
people keep like
recently.
videos that are making them about them. Yeah, but like
But
not an
Arian,
actual
how
ad.
long ago did you say you ordered it?
Yesterday.
Oh, and it came already?
What? No, so they had an option where I could get it delivered, but it wasn't gonna come to like late February. But then they said it was like it's available for pickup today, and so and
Oh,
yeah, so it was like probably noon, and so I ordered it. It said it'll be ready by like 4:30, so I dropped my son off, or I went to the basketball thing, and then after the basketball thing, I went to go pick it up, and it was there.
whoa.
Yeah.
How heavy is it?
They say what is it like 60 some grams? So I don't know. Do that conversion? I say it's like I don't know, maybe less than a poundish. I have no idea.
What does
It's
it
it's
connect
not.
to?
So right now it's connected to a battery pack. And this battery pack I have plugged in. It's a USB-C, so I have this plugged in to my thing. So this is portable. So this is where you have to walk around with this. This is the battery, right? You're walking around with
Mhm.
it. But then I connect the battery thing to where it's like I can get infinite battery life with it when I plug it in. And so it's like a portable battery. And they have like carrying cases for it and stuff like that. So you can walk around outside with it. I guess the cool part is so I'm able to see, I'm looking, I can see my room right now. I can see, there's my floor, there's a vacuum, there's a TV, there's a wall. Um, but I can't see through it. I'm looking at cameras registering it digitally back to me. And that's fascinating to me because it's not instantaneously. It's going through a system and it's displaying what it's recording to me, which like I said, bro, this shit is fascinating.
Could you catch a football coming
Yeah.
towards you?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
that fast?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So okay, if you're watching on YouTube, I got this deck of cards, right? I'm just gonna see, I can't even see the deck of cards with that. Okay, so I'm just gonna I can I
Oh,
can I can I can I
oh
can
my
throw it
God.
up and
So it
catch it.
registers
Yeah.
that fast.
It registers super fast. And that's the scary part is I think there's like a slight delay and we're talking milliseconds, but it's right there, man.
Dude,
It's
imagine if they put these in football helmets one day and it's like
visors,
streamlined.
right? Like visors. Like you just have I mean, this is the Black Mirror stuff we're talking about, where you could like put contacts in, and you're like all this is the technology. This is insane.
Bro, you show play art before the play so you know what route to run.
That would be great for people that are procrastinators.
Well,
this
don't they what's that commercial where they have like the it's like deaf people playing football, but they have the little like screen to see the plays.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
guys
that's
know what
like
I'm talking
a
about?
Oh, the
Google
AT&T,
ad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they made it for the deaf college team.
Yeah, is that
I
real?
think that was real.
Yeah, it is.
I think it is.
Is it
No,
really?
no, that was a dramatization of like what can happen. I don't
Why
think they
would why would AT&T make a commercial of something saying they made it when they didn't?
The
And
same reason-
attribute it to a specific school that would then be like, yeah, that doesn't exist.
Okay,
Why
Big
don't we
T-
just fact check it? Why don't we
Yeah,
just fact check it
yeah,
instead of
yeah.
arguing?
I'm pretty sure if you watch the thing, it's
no,
pretty
it is.
ridiculous.
It says AT&T 5G provides reliability and low latency for plays to be sent and received at a speed that keeps up with the pace of the game.
Sound of silence.
But did you see what
It's
they
like-
basically had like a Google Glass thing in the helmet? I don't know if it's something different, a different technology they may be. Let's see.
Yeah, is it something that they've done, or is it something that they can do?
I think it's something they can. Let me look it up.
I think it's
I think they have done it based on the commercial.
Well, honestly, if you had that in your helmet, there's a good chance that
That
it
shit
could
breaks.
get poked and it hits your eye. That's what I was
And then
thinking. So I was like,
and then there's $2,000 down the drain because
also $2,000
snuffed.
making a deaf person blind in one eye too, which would
that's okay.
Yeah.
Took it a little.
be. Well, no, I'm saying like that's too dangerous to have in your helmet.
Now a deaf person is
Our
blind.
innovative helmet uses AT&T 5G and an augmented reality lens to connect the player and coach like never before.
No way.
Oh, it
that's
says,
real.
yeah, this is from, it said the first one was used, it was used for the first time October 7th during Gallaudet's, which is the
Yeah.
college, against Hilbert College in October.
Damn.
that's really cool.
So I guess it's obviously not that, what you're wearing, but it's similar to that.
Right.
Like a way, 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 way smaller version.
Okay,
Right.
the real one looks different than what it was in the commercial. Okay,
Well, yeah, that's a commercial.
because the commercial was fake. Now I'm watching
I
the real
mean-
one.
I'll be looking at some of these burgers they be selling, and I feel the same way, honestly.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen how they make some of those like food commercials?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it's not even food. A lot of it is like different
Styrofoam and
chemicals.
stuff.
Yeah, like they
styrofoam,
use
yeah.
like car oil to
Yeah.
like make it seem thicker.
Like,
Or like
yeah, like
glue,
maple
glue
syrup and
for
shit.
pizza cheese.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
which is
That's like-
wild.
That's a job that people do, is like a food stylist.
Oh,
Like, that's
really?
a whole industry. And then people do it in real life too. Like if you're taking pictures for like a cookbook and it's
True.
the real food, but like there are people called food stylists that is their job, is to make your food look as appealing as possible.
Have y'all ever gotten got by an ad? I've got by an ad before where I'm like, I'm just sitting on the couch and I see something. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm about to order some pizza. Yeah, I'm thinking about to order today. I've gotten got before. Have you ever got got?
I don't think that's gotten got. I think you just the ad worked.
Yeah.
That's
I
They
don't
used
think
to
that's
flash
scammed.
Coca-Cola ads like for a split second, like so fast that you don't even think about it to subconsciously make you go get a Coca-Cola. That was like one of the first ones.
Does that shit really? Does that shit really work? The subconscious ads. I've seen. Matter of fact, I've seen some.
Subliminal marketing.
Yeah, I've seen some conspiracy theories about subliminal marketing. Is that a?
Oh yeah, like them using
That's-
Coors Light in Always Sunny.
I don't know what that means.
Or like when there's product placement in movies.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
okay.
you'll see a guy be like drinking some, drink, and then people are like, it's in their foreground. They're not focusing on it, but it makes them be like, oh, like I want that drink.
Or they'll do it where they'll make things in a logo or something more appealing. So like, for example, like the Amazon logo has a smile in it when you think about
The
it with the
FedEx
arrow.
logo
the
has an
FedEx logo with the
arrow.
arrow.
Yeah.
Doing things that trick your brain into thinking a certain way about a certain company.
Is that shit real though? Does that shit really work?
Yeah, between the E.
Probably.
Like, let's see if there's any like studies on it. I can't.
Yeah, I
I
wonder
can't
if they
look
could, like,
anything up right
prove
now
it.
because
Yeah,
Like,
between the
it's a
E
I
and
can't
the
look something up.
X, there's
like
an arrow.
I'm on a list of it, and it's like the FedEx Legendary Arrow, the Amazon Smile. Joe Camel had a manly face that made smoking more masculine.
Wait, the camel?
Yeah, Joe
Or
Camel.
I mean the
It said
Marlboro
this
Man.
was meant to make cigarettes seem macho and strong.
Yo, I was looking at that the other day, how there were like doctors saying, yo, these are the cigarettes doctors choose.
Right.
That's crazy.
Bugging. I wish
But
I could see
like,
this shit. This shit is so
The video
fascinating. Like,
you sent is insane. Like you're from your
yeah.
yeah. So that, right? And then so look at the one, it's uploading in the Dropbox for the same Jones I put my thing in.
Yeah, perfect.
When you look at that one, I kind of give like a full overview of everything and like what the capabilities and like the Jesus, look at my hands. This is crazy, bro.
It's just crazy to me that it can see what's happening like all around. Like I can't figure out in my brain the cameras and how it like picks up on you and your face and all of that.
Yeah, there are just human beings that are smarter than me. Accept it. And shout out to them because this is fascinating shit. It's so weird. All right. That's enough Apple Pro Vision talk. Billy, you said that list over. What's popping on that
Yeah.
list?
Anyone watch the Pro Bowl?
Hell no. Nobody watches
I'm
that shit.
I watched it. I'm kind of a fan of the flag game.
Yeah?
Yeah, just from like I was watching, they had many iterations of it played with like high school women, high school men, like youth. And the way they play it, I'm a fan because it brings back like it's a pure passing game. And it's just like it just reminds me of 7-on-7, a game that I almost like had so much fun during the summers play, and I think it's going to be amazing for the spread of football worldwide. And in 2028, I think it is when the Olympic, it's like going to be in the Olympics. That's going to be awesome.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why all this like initiatives have been made for football worldwide, like have been happening, like NFL Africa, like we've been seeing those commercials
Right.
for the Super Bowl because they're
Wow.
trying to set up good like flag programs because the full game is going to be hard to implement, but if you can get the flag game spreading because you need less players, less equipment, and you know it's going to be competitor on lower levels. Everyone who's not American are going to be on like an even playing field. So I'm excited to see the future of football through that lens.
I hadn't thought about that. I think that actually is a good idea. So football needs its Michael Jordan. So that's what kind of gave Michael Jordan the godlike status in basketball was he's the one. The league was kind of like, I don't want to say petering out, but like it kind of plateaued, I guess would be the best term. It plateaued during Magic and Bird. And then Jordan, for whatever reason, his appeal and his branding took that global. And so his global appeal made basketball grow so much. And so like football needs like a Jordan figure to extend that interest in football globally.
What's crazy too is that flag requires a different type of athlete. So, like, it's so fast, and the way you avoid getting tackled, quote unquote, is like shiftiness in the hips. So, like, you're looking at a lot more cornerback builds, and like,
Slot receivers.
yeah, it's a so like it's a lot smaller guys, which was also interesting because like there are guys overseas who aren't built like Americans who are going to be able to fit that criteria and like have success in the game.
What is this shit that you put on this list? Tucker Carlson interviewed Putin?
Yeah, Tucker Carlson's in Russia.
Sorry for the pivot, but what I'm out the loop on this.
Tucker Carlson has been in Russia and he's probably about to interview Putin. So
Oh, so he hasn't done it yet.
we don't know. He's in there and
Wait, what makes you think because he's in Russia he's going to interview Putin?
because he was talking about NSA surveillance and he got a call from the Pentagon about how he hadn't told anybody about this, but he was in communications with someone to try to get an interview with Putin. And the Pentagon called him and was like, yo, dude, you can't interview Putin. And he was like, how the hell did you know I was about to interview Putin? He was like, we're in your WhatsApp. And he was like, oh, Jesus. And also, what
Hold on, this is
American?
documented. They was
Yeah,
in his WhatsApp.
yeah, they're in his WhatsApp. So WhatsApp is not as encrypted as it claims to be.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was encrypted.
Yeah, that's why he was like, that's why that story came out. But also, what American would go to Russia right now and for what reason? And he interviews people for a living. So he probably succeeded in getting that Putin interview. But there was pictures of him taken, I think, at like a Russian opera or ballet. So he's there for some reason. And if he's not interviewing Putin, then he's definitely not doing his journalistic duty and he's definitely a double agent. So hopefully he does like a interview. Have you guys seen the movie The Interview with Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
Hopefully he does something like that. Does he kill Kim Jong-un in the middle at the end of that?
Don't
Yes.
spoil for people who haven't. Damn.
He does?
Well, yeah, it's been out for quite a few years now. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah, so
Kim Jong-un
hopefully he
dies.
like gives Putin like a 6 milligram Zin and it kills him if he can't handle it.
He apparently did leave the Kremlin 2 hours ago. There's a
Oh,
video of.
if he's
it
in the
says it's
Kremlin-
him.
All right, so as my right-leaning constituents here on this podcast, what do we feel about the free and open exchange of ideas of interviewing Putin?
I mean,
What do you mean?
What do we feel about that? There are people.
I mean, I don't care one way or the other. Are you suggesting like anyone should be banned from interviewing him?
No. I'm not suggesting anything. I just want to know y'all's thoughts on if because I mean, obviously the government reached out and said, "Hey, let's not interview Putin," right?
yeah.
And so people will echo that sentiment and feel like we probably shouldn't be interviewing Putin. I just want to get y'all's thoughts on that.
I don't really care. Interview whoever you want.
Got you.
I think that, I mean, it may. Did anyone interview Hitler? Let me look that up.
I'm not sure.
I mean, hopefully, like,
I've
let's
never
say,
even Googled a Hitler interview.
let's say,
Let me know what pops up, man.
I don't know. Let's say he like Putin comes out there and first line of communication. This is going to be posted on X, and Putin's like, "Yeah, I'll stop the war in Ukraine if you give in. Like if the United States stops hacking my phone or something. Like what if he puts out like a path to peace in this interview, and ends up like something that the Pentagon doesn't want people to know because of they want to like still test weapon systems in Ukraine, and like public support goes against the war because he says like the only thing I want is like for this to stop happening and then we get peace. I mean, it can't make this, well, it could make the situation worse, but like there are upsides to this.
So you think Tucker Carlson's going to save the day?
I don't think he's going to save the day. I just think open journalism sort of like a lot of the interviews with, communist leaders in the Cold War had like good outcomes because it sort of the level, well, actually maybe in this case it wouldn't be good, but the otherness of like I hope it has great outcomes. I hope it ends.
What's his
brings world
interest in
peace.
What's his interest in Putin?
His interest in Putin is that we're not allowed to talk to Putin. It's like a forbidden fruit.
Okay.
Billy, can you send me where did you find this information on the government hacking Tucker Carlson's WhatsApp?
Yeah, I skipped by that because there's no I can't look up anything right now. So, but I don't can we fact check that?
Yeah,
I
let
can't
me
find anything about that.
I remember it might have been in an interview with the Nelk boys. He said it in person, like in a clip.
Tucker Carlson.
I feel like that would have been picked up.
I'm pretty
the
sure it
government
did.
hacked my WhatsApp.
Well, Facebook's probably okay. So,
It just seems like a bigger deal than it should be.
seems like something that WhatsApp might be hiding. I'm gonna go to DuckDuckGo. If this wasn't said, then it's been
Inferred?
No,
So I
I mean,
did find the clip where he says it was Signal is the app,
oh, Signal, not WhatsApp. That's my
and
bad.
he's talking
That,
about
that's also encrypted too, though, isn't it?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
it was Signal.
Uh-huh.
So it was my bad. WhatsApp. I mean, Signal, not WhatsApp, but still like an encrypted thing that's supposed to send secret messages.
That's
But what
Right.
problematic if that's the case.
but what I said was right, that he was trying to interview Putin, and they're like, "Yo, we know you're trying to interview Putin."
And
Yeah, that
we
is what he said. I got a
Yeah.
call from somebody in Washington. They said, "Are you going to come to Washington anytime soon?" I said, "I'll be there in a week. Meet me on Sunday morning." So I go, and this person's like, "Are you planning a trip to go see Putin?" And I said, "How would you know that? I haven't told anybody. Not my brother, not my wife, nobody." And he said, "Because the NSA pulled your text with this other person you were texting."
damn,
Yeah.
that's probably problematic. Let me not bang for Tucker Carlson, but I mean, we already know they're monitoring our shit, though. It's not news. I guess it's just
Particularly if you're Tucker Carlson.
yeah. Well, I just think I think if you have any kind of political influence at all, right or left, they own you.
Yeah.
But I just don't see how that's not a bigger story.
But also, why would they, if they're unbeknownst to Tucker Carlson in his text, why would they call him up and be like, "Hey," or told, now maybe a source told him or something who knew from the NSA or whatever, but it seems like they wouldn't want him to know that.
Or maybe they wanted to like be like, "Hey, we're reading everything." Like, if you're going to try to be a back channel to like do anything, we're reading it. Okay,
It just
William
seems so
Randolph Hearst interviewed Adolf Hitler.
really.
Really?
Yeah, so yeah, why shouldn't Tucker Carlson interview Vladimir Putin? The Spectator.co.uk. William Randolph Hearst interviewed Hitler in 1934. Um,
I had never heard of
yes.
this.
So
How did that go?
Hearst was a it. Oh, I mean, this Hearst admired Hitler at the time, but then was rather taken back when the Fuhrer asked why he was so misunderstood in the English language press. Hearst replied that Americans love democracy and distrusted dictatorships, to which Hitler answered that he had been democratically elected by a vast majority of Germans. Hearst
Okay.
then said that Americans were concerned only about the treatment of a certain unnamed minority. Hitler duly pointed out that Americans had mistreated Native Indian tribes and assured that Hearst that Nazi discrimination was being curtailed.
A broken clock is right twice a day, huh?
Yeah, Hearst told Hitler that his public would be pleased. He then was surprised to be photographed with various Nazi leaders as a part of what was obviously a press stunt for the Third Reich. Okay, so we're trying to get through this. Um, yeah, so they're trying to see if hopefully like Tucker Carlson might meet Putin, hear what he says, and then be like, "Yeah, dude, we shouldn't be being any sort of sympathetic to anything he's saying." So, um, Carlson does not think that his job is to talk to world leaders away from the cameras in order to decide what's best for democracy. He wants to interview Putin because it would be a scoop in and of itself. And since we have no shortage of pundits calling Putin Hitler, he's interested in how the Russian leader thinks. He's curious about the truth, in other words, which is what journalism is meant to be. I don't know where this publication leans, but he's pro Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin, from what I can pick up. So,
That's I mean it's interesting, right? Um I mean I don't see I'm just trying to think. I don't think his agenda is a secret, right?
yeah,
I think what maybe people are worried about is uh people who are either, agnostic about it or just ignorant about it. Which I partly am. Like I said, I don't know a lot about Russia and the Ukraine conflict, but I'm not a fan of Putin, and from what I do know, and I doubt hearing him out, he'll win me over. I highly doubt that. And so, but I think maybe they're afraid that he can win people over because I think dictators in general are kind of charismatic, no?
Yeah, well, Putin might be more of a strong man than a guy with the gift of the gab,
Okay.
but I think part of it might be they don't think Tucker Carlson's going to challenge him like William Randolph Hearst did. Like, hey, what are you doing to
And
this?
that's the
Yeah.
thing is as I listen to Tucker Carlson every now and then, he kind of like I remember the critique against Obama was how he always like nestled up next to like dictators. And I've heard Tucker Carlson say this about Obama, right? But kind of praised Trump for saying, "Hey, we have to talk to these people. You know, we have to create that diplomacy." And I don't want to say they sympathize, with Putin's cause, but it does sound like it would be interesting to hear that conversation actually. But I don't
I
know
mean,
enough about that conflict to know the variables attached with it. I just it's I don't know. I don't know enough about that.
I do.
'Cause you kind of a
Tucker,
Russian sympathizer, ain't you?
I'm not. I'm not.
I don't know, man.
I just look into it because someone's got, keep your enemies close and your friends close and your enemies closer type thing.
Just asking questions.
I'm not a fan of Russia by any means. Like, I'm just like, this is an interesting thing. The most like dangerous man to democracy right now is being interviewed by the biggest free speech, like Tucker Carlson. So like, hopefully he pushes back and it's ends up being good for the world.
Tucker Carlson is the biggest free speech advocate.
Like one of them. Like he's a bit like he went to X, he got taken off of Fox. That may have been overstatement saying he's a big free speech advocate, but he's talks about it. So let's see if he talks the talk and walks the walk. So
Interesting. I don't know, man. Tucker Carlson is a fucking dweeb, though. He one of these woke pushers. Have
yeah,
you?
let's see if he's like a little bitch to Putin or he actually has some journalistic integrity. But on a lighter note,
That'd be tough to go to Russia and grill Putin about some shit in Russia. Like you still got to leave, dog.
well,
This
if
is the
Tucker
plot of
Carlson
the
ends up,
interview.
Huh?
yeah,
This is the plot of the interview, the movie.
Literally, yeah.
Good movie, by the way.
I thought it was amazing.
And that was remember at the time, that was a huge free speech issue because theaters wouldn't show it.
oh,
And
Oh,
because
really?
Oh, yeah,
because
you don't remember
Korea
this?
was threatening
Mm-mm.
them.
Oh, yeah,
North
North
Korea.
Korea, there was a huge deal about it. And so theaters, I think most were like, we're not going to show this movie. So they put it out direct to like where you could stream it at home. And I remember, I want to say it came out like Christmas Eve or something because we were at my uncle's house for Christmas and he was like, we're watching this movie for free speech. And, and it's a great movie, very funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
But yeah, it was a big deal at the time.
Isn't that how a lot of the photo leaks happened? Or am I crazy?
Yes, that's right.
What leaked because North Korea
A
got in
big
there?
Sony like data hack,
Yeah.
and that's when theaters were like, okay, we're not going to show it.
But did that lead to the quote unquote fappening? Or am I crazy?
What is
I
the happening?
have no idea about
That was when like
Billy.
a bunch of when a bunch of celebrities' iClouds got hacked and like tons of their nudes got leaked.
Oh, I remember that. That was crazy.
In 2014, Sony Entertainment fell victim to a massive data breach and cyber attack that disabled many of its internal systems. The U.S. Justice Department in 2021 charged 3 North Korean nationals with perpetrating the hack.
So I did.
Breach exposed info of 6,800 employees and family members.
Wait.
God damn.
It was all because of the interview.
That's actually crazy, man.
Okay, it had nothing to do with the happening.
It didn't?
Yeah.
That was just on some
I
horny
thought they
shit.
like gained like actors IDs, but I don't know. That I was wrong.
Did anybody ever get caught for that?
Well, they were like, it was North Korea, and then how are you going to prosecute North Korea?
Damn, that's actually scary.
I
I
mean,
feel like
what's really scary is that hackers have been taking over a lot of independent and public utilities and shutting them off for ransom.
damn.
So, and
Yeah,
you
because
know,
like a grid is like, yeah, it's computerized. Everything's computerized. That's like the next World War, though, ain't it? Next
yeah,
World War
well,
gonna be like a digital warfare.
I mean, if you wanted to fuck up this country, you would drop an EMP, not a bomb.
well, a lot of people, a lot of these hacks, right, from outside the country, like no one's going to take the US one on one, like, or two on one, or like take on the US military in a conventional war. They're saying that all these like hacking the energy grid, sending viruses, or like, doing pseudo, like under the table, non-conventional attacks is how they're going to weaken the United States. So
I want out. Give me my Vision Pro and take me to another planet, man. This shit is trash.
go put you in a bunker with a Vision Pro and just
Yeah.
simulate.
And I know bunker. When it come to war, though, I don't want no parts. I'm not fighting no other man war.
No, just so like you can just do the Matrix and have a simulated world.
That would be lit, man. It could really go there. This shit, this shit could really go there.
Would you want to create the world that you would be in the simulation?
Mm,
Because
that's
then
a
it's
good
boring.
question. Not really. I mean, I created my world at my house and I love it here and I don't leave.
Right, but like,
I would want to create a world where it has a pathway to, social interaction. We're social creatures as much as I don't like humans. Uh, I love the interaction with humans, some of them. Um, because it's nourishing. I mean, study after study, people that interact on a more frequent basis live longer, they're happier, they're more healthy. And so I don't want to cut off that communication. I don't know the difference between digital interaction versus physical interaction, right? Um, like this immersive shit that I'm on right now is it's almost indistinguishable. Like I'm having good conversations with the homies over Zoom, and if y'all was in the same environment as me, it would feel like kind of real. And so
yeah,
I don't know the physiological, you know, and what would be missing or whatever. But if I was to create a world, I would definitely not leave other humans out of it because that's why we're here.
the emotional like reflexes of your face, like the movements that distinguish certain
Right.
emotions, like in your avatar are so realistic that it does like give off probably the same vibes because a lot of people when they say something they look for the reactions of people's
Yeah.
faces.
Yeah. Like
So like yeah,
surprise. Right? I'm bucking.
like your eyebrows are going up and down,
Yeah. Like
and they
and it looks
captured
like my
that.
face. It looks, I mean,
Yeah,
they definitely aged me a little bit. They ain't do me no favors, but like this is Gen 1. Like, so when you go to the little persona thing in the settings of this headset, it says beta on the top. So this is literally the beta.
yeah.
What you're looking at is the very beginning of this. 2, 3, 4 years from now. I mean, think of how crazy that shit's gonna be. And I'm hooked. So however much these headsets are gonna be in 4 years, I'm gonna run it right back. Every single one. They got me hooked. No lie. I'm gonna
Dude,
run it back every time.
so what this made me think of is how the emotions portray through your face is what happens. Like, you know how like people with a lot of Botox give you like an uneasy, like, oh wow. So apparently when people see a happy or angry face, they unconsciously mimic that expression. But because Botox prevents that muscle reaction, it scrambles the brain's ability to interpret other people's facial expressions. That like made a lot of sense, you know?
I'll keep it a bean, dog. I don't like that shit, man. And like, do you? You're the human being. Do you feel like it makes you feel younger? I don't feel like it makes you look younger. I feel like it makes you look inorganic.
Yeah.
You just don't look like a real human. And why would you want to take away the one thing that is like our like how much communication is nonverbal, and you're taking part of that away to have a smoother face and that shit whatsoever. That shit is foreign to me. Y'all like that shit?
Yeah, I mean, it's
You
but
do like
I
that shit?
didn't no, never understood why I didn't. Like, for example, who's a celebrity? I'm not gonna talk shit on her, but it was the first one to come to mind. Um,
Like even though with this shit sitting on my face, right? I can't like it's like my cheeks can't smile as much as so it's sit on my face. So I feel restricted. Do people feel restricted when they put that shit in their cheeks and shit?
I think
Yeah,
there's a point where you can like overdo it, but I think like doing it moderately is totally fine. Like I know a lot of people my age that do it.
yeah,
And they,
I think
like,
that's
they don't look-
crazy.
They don't look insane.
Yeah, it's not like it's
No,
not like
no,
they're
the girl,
getting-
the
A
girls
lot
who
of girls do it preventatively.
No,
yeah, but who get it in their foreheads to get rid of these, like, look at these lines on my forehead.
Yeah.
right, but they're
Right?
not sitting there doing that all day, so you wouldn't notice unless they were doing that.
No,
So
but
that's
if
crazy. They do it preventatively. You say, what are they preventing?
Wrinkles.
That's
Like
just
because I mean like I've never had any Botox.
Yeah.
And it's like you, as I age, again, I'm young, but like you start to see little lines forming. So girls, again, start small doses of Botox or Dysport, which is like a different type of Botox now, so that as they get older, it's less that they have to work on. Is that a good way to put it?
I think so.
Like if you start now in their head, it's like if I start now, there's not as many wrinkles to work with. So there will be less wrinkles in the future.
I think what you guys are thinking is like back in the day when like people legitimately could not move their faces and like
yeah,
their lips would be
that's
puckered out, but like that's not how it is anymore, really. For like girls our age, at least.
I don't know, man.
I'm talking
I
about-
can tell when that shit is in your face and you
I
try
don't
to
know.
like
I don't
Jane
think you could.
Fonda.
I can. When you try to laugh,
But like Jane
and the
Fonda got
shit-
her Botox in like the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah,
whatever.
but that's what I'm talking about. But also, I've seen like girls our age
friends,
who get
bro.
it.
Her name was
Courtney
Monica
Cox.
on Friend.
Courtney Cox.
And listen, I say all
again,
that.
some of
I
them
should've-
are not.
She's like,
should've pre-
yeah, and
I
that
should've
was like
prefaced
back
this
in
with,
the
listen,
time.
I think every woman and every man should have every, do what makes you happy as a human being. You know what I'm saying? I just have my preferences. But when I look at that shit, when I see Courtney Cox or Jennifer Aniston
Wait.
or what, I would, to me, the more beautiful thing is aging. Aging is far more beautiful than your forever stuck expression face.
I know.
We
you
know that's
feel
what you
that.
like.
By the way,
Yeah,
I'm
I know
not-
you
crazy.
feel like
See,
that, but like
I
I
don't got
don't
nothing
think
to do
that's
with
like
old women. It don't got nothing to
general
do with my
public.
preference. It don't got nothing to do with my old lady preference. I
I
promise.
also think like I don't think you guys would understand or be able to pick up on the slight, minute little things
Okay.
that like A-list celebrities
Let's
do.
test this theory out.
Okay,
You
here, hold on, I'm
give
gonna
us a
send you
picture.
someone.
Throw a picture in the group,
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on.
and I'll yay or nay it.
No, but the thing is, you
Um,
can't see it from a
Blake
picture. And
Lively.
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying it looks bad, right?
Oh, yeah,
Because like it does get rid of the wrinkles. But as someone who likes to make people laugh in social settings, I know people our age who have gotten it in their foreheads, right? Because that's the big thing to do for young people to prevent it, right?
Wait,
You know
say
what
it
I'm
one time.
You like
You
to
know
make people
how-
laugh, Billy?
No, but like then when you like crack a joke and you don't get that like ha 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 like the like their expression of laughing, it kind of weirds you out and like makes you uneasy. I'm saying that it just makes people uneasy because they can't interpret your emotions from their facial features, like facial expressions.
She definitely got that shit. Who's this?
Blake Lively.
Definitely got that shit.
Yeah. You
But
can
like
see
you
it.
can't
It's
tell
the
you
way.
she doesn't look like Frozen.
I
But
disagree.
this is a picture, and you can tell it's her, and she.
Nah, you can tell. It just looks
In her-
so unnatural, bro. It
I don't
just
think
looks-
she looks
She
unnatural.
also has like makeup contour on. Like that's doing more than the Botox, probably.
True.
But the makeup doesn't hide your reactions; it hides shadows.
Who are they?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I think if you want to get it done, like that is your prerogative and like you
Sure,
go
sure,
for
sure.
it. I think when when girls like it's like a huge thing on TikTok now, like girls getting Botox when they're like 21, or like Ozempic is obviously a big thing. Like it makes someone like me who doesn't do that, I'm like, well, shit, do I gotta get on the Ozempic train, or like do I have to go get Botox? And it's like I won't, but it's like it that's I think the worst part of it is that like if you want to get that done, like you be my guest, and if you have the money to do that, I applaud you for that. It's I think like when people aren't honest about what they do, like if they say like, oh my god, I'm natural, and it's actually like they're getting Botox quarterly in their face, like that's when it becomes a bad thing, because then it's like just be honest about it, because it's like if you want to get Botox, that's not a crime, but then don't come online and be like, so this is my skin routine
to make
it look like I have glass skin, and it's like, no, you spend $600 on this.
Mm-hmm.
Same with dudes and steroids.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing.
Just admit it.
Right. Just admit it. And it's fine if
Just
you want to do
admit it, The Rock.
steroids if you're, not getting tested by the NFL or whatever. Like, again, do whatever makes you happy if you really want to do steroids. But, like, then don't be like, oh, no, this is just natural. That's the same thing with Ozempic. Like, don't say, like, oh, yeah, this is just, like, diet and exercise when you're on Ozempic. I just hate the lying part of it.
So it's like over time, and I'm reading this article right now on my. That's probably fucking up my eyes. But over
Your
time,
hands look so funny.
And then
over
it like, turns
time,
him off.
Yeah.
So over time, it weakens your muscles.
Yeah, probably.
What?
Yeah.
Ozempic?
No.
It says Botox.
Well, Ozempic weakens your stomach.
Oh. Ozempic also takes muscle mass.
I don't know enough about that. Me neither. I wish I had it.
Botox could result in mild discoloration or texture.
By the way, I'm not like, look, I'm not trying to comment on women's looks with the Botox thing. It has nothing to do with the aesthetic. It's the emotional reaction that
Shit is ass.
it's awkward.
Billy's like, the girls aren't laughing at my jokes anymore.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I love how Billy's biggest qualm with plastic surgery is like, I can't tell how hard they're laughing for real.
No, but it's like the
Never
emotional
know.
These women
reaction.
started getting Botox. I'm just not as funny anymore. And I don't like that shit.
That's the main
No,
issue
but-
with all of
but-
this.
You can just tell, like any facial expression, like surprise, like it doesn't come off.
I can't tell if these hoes are surprising.
Oh wait, Billy and Arian can't see me.
Yeah.
It's the uncanny valley thing
But
where
how
you
is
know
it
something's
affecting your
off,
life?
but you can't tell.
It's just that Billy wishes people laughed at his jokes more.
Okay, go for that one.
Damn
Go for that one.
Botox.
Go for that one. Yes, my jokes are so trash that I'm blaming it on Botox. Yep, we're going with that one.
That
No,
shit's hilarious.
I just think
See, you guys are laughing right now,
You never
Not
know.
fully
with
laughing.
you.
not
My-
at
Not
me, but
laughing with
still,
My whole face is laughing.
they're not laughing with their whole face. That's all I'm saying. I don't care if it's with me or at me.
As
I'm
long
not
as they're
seeing it.
laughing, I'm just trying to get these bitches to laugh. I don't give a fuck if it's with me or at me.
My whole if I started getting Botox, my whole shtick would be gone. I couldn't laugh behind the mic anymore.
Yeah.
I'd be frozen.
No, you could.
It'd just be a light
No one would
giggle.
know.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, man. You take it. Do they feel it? Like when they laugh, do they feel that they can't smile all the way?
I think it depends on how
Much.
recently and how much you've got it. Actually, when my friend had gotten it one time, and we were like, me and my sister were visiting her, so we were staying over, and we like, she had got it that day, and we went out, we were like drinking, so when we got back home, we were like sitting around like drunk, and she was like, wait, let's see if the Botox works. So she kept like scrunching her face, and like nothing was happening, and we were just like drunkenly sitting on the couch being like, do it again, like we couldn't see it.
Right.
Oh,
But
no.
that was like that day she got
So you're
it.
saying what
So
I'm
when you
saying?
go, so
I'm
when you
saying
go
that was
to-
that day she got it.
And
It was
sets
that
in.
day.
So when you go to
Like
the
it takes like
dentist
5 hours to
and they
like,
have and they numb your gums and then
It's
your
the same-
whole side of the face is droopy. That's what that shit is.
not droopy, no.
No,
No.
it's not.
Well, I
it's
mean-
not
Like
Botox.
so
That's lidocaine.
they
ain't
numb your
droopy.
they numb your skin because it's a needle. So they numb your skin before they put the Botox in you, so you're not just like feeling that in you.
Oh, okay. So you're saying so
Like,
it's
she's
the
making the
numbing
movement.
agent isn't the Botox.
No, the numbing agent is just so it doesn't hurt you. When
Yeah,
you
because
put
it hadn't
in.
that hadn't worn off yet because it was like the same day.
Yeah, It's like when you get a cavity and you can't feel it, but it's not like that's the Botox of it.
Tom
That's just
Cruise.
the numbing agent.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's shit is trash.
Yes.
I've been looking at him like, bro, you look like a porcelain doll. I don't understand.
Also, it's like celebrities like have access to plastic surgery that like I couldn't even dream of. Like they get their cheek, the buccal fat removal. Like they get their cheek fat taken out.
Like
They
Frankenstein.
get their under eye filler, so their under eyes look brighter. They get their eyebrows done. Like I can't even tell you how many types of plastic surgery there are that give you just the most minimal or not minimal changes. Like you can get your ears pinned back. Like if you had ears that stuck out too much for your liking, I'm not joking, you can get them pinned back.
If I'm a football coach, I'm be like, we gotta get our ears pinned back, boys. This is a big game. Just taking all the fellas to get their ears pinned back.
Yeah, but like I literally follow an influencer that's getting her ears pinned back tomorrow.
You ever hear a coach say, pin your ears back, get in there?
Wait, why would that help?
Billy, that one is not the Botox. That was just a bad joke.
No,
That's why we
but
did.
you ever hear a coach say, pin your ears back like a dog?
I'm sure that some coach have said that, but I haven't.
You know what? There's people out there giving a chuckle to that because they've heard that, and like a coach actually taking his players to get their ears pinned back. You guys just didn't get the joke. It's fine.
It's fine.
Crow's feet mean you like to laugh. By the way, you know what, dudes? It's actually weirder on dudes who get Botox who don't show expression, because then like you're getting real uneasy. Like, what the hell is this guy hiding? Is he trying to kill me? Vibes.
But yeah, like I think it's my least favorite part about the plastic surgery is just people who lie about it and just say that they haven't gotten it done. Just say you got it done.
This is what's the funniest thing about Tristan Thompson. To your point, Mad Dog, about
steroids.
how like the Kardashians have access to all this super crazy anti-aging technology, and like, and Tristan Thompson was caught using frat boy PEDs, like like the Kardashians could have given you adrenochrome, like synthetic, like crazy stuff that will make
they're
you
they're not really on like helping him anymore, I don't think, though.
Well, I thought adrenochrome was the baby blood.
Yeah, like that was just a joke
Oh.
about like they have access to like crazy drugs that can make you young forever and like strong, bigger, faster, stronger. And Tristan Thompson was taking like stuff that you can buy for $20 from the back of a GNC.
Yeah. I think those steroids though, like again, I'm not quite sure. Would they affect how Tristan Thompson looks that much?
Yeah. Make him more jacked.
Oh, but you said they were like baby steroids. Like, are they changing you that much?
You know the TikTokers who like are all skinny and like emo boy, and then they suddenly like get muscles?
Yeah.
It's that type of stuff. You can like order them online.
But like Tristan Thompson's already so muscular.
Yeah, so
big.
but why was he using the weird like TikTok steroids?
We don't know.
That's
man.
what's funny.
You know, my dad sent me a TikTok the other day, and it fucked me up. My father. My father sent me a TikTok, and I thought I was like, yes, for them young boys. You know what I'm saying? TikTok is for the younger Jones.
My dad loves TikTok.
My dad sent me a TikTok. He's like, I love this brother here, man. You got to check his stuff out, man. He's legit. And I'm like, Pops, there's no way you just sent me a fucking TikTok. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just so out the loop, man.
Who was it?
I don't know. I ain't check it out. I should check it out, though. I mean, he sent it to me like last night, so.
Dude, there was a TikTok one time that showed up, and it was like, and I thought you were about to talk about this one. It was like, one time you had catch with your dad for the last time, and I was like,
God damn, bro.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like there was like shit. Like Jesus. I gotta go play catch with my dad again.
Dad, you wanna play catch that ass?
Like,
5-year-old.
No, but like you see a TikTok like one day like at some point like you had catch with your dad for the last time and you didn't even realize it. So just like get that extra one in.
Oh.
That's cute. Yeah, it's
cute.
You might be right. Yeah.
Like when was the last time you had catch with your dad? You were probably like,
I was young. Yeah, I was hella young. No, I take that back. He came to one of my games in 2014, and afterwards, like all my kids and all my nieces and nephews, they're all running around on the field. I think we probably threw the ball around a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah. I thought that was the TikTok you were going to talk about, and like your dad was like, "Yo, let's play catch one more time."
Nah.
Speaking of football, Arian, can we talk about your alma mater burning the NCAA to the ground?
Oh, they what's the status of it?
I think this morning they were having a hearing because they had two things this weekend that they have. But it's going to go, it seems like it's going to go to court, and everybody pretty much agrees the NCAA is going to lose.
Wait, can you give us some background context?
So
I definitely know what's going on.
So
with
the
Tennessee,
NCAA last week, and we're kind of late on this story because it came out like the day we recorded, and now it's been a whole week. But so the NCAA, someone leaked to the media that they were investigating Tennessee and Tennessee's NIL collective for some bullshit thing, whatever, regarding the 5-star quarterback we signed who's going to be our starter next year. Tennessee basically did what schools do not generally do, and the president, the AD, everybody put out statements that were like, not only did we not do anything wrong, we're going to we're taking you to court, and we're going to burn the whole thing to the ground. And basically every lawyer that's looked at it has been like, the NCAA is wrong in this case, one, and two, is basically trying to implement rules that aren't legal. So if and when Tennessee wins this court case, it could eventually lead to the complete cessation of the NCAA. And it's going to be awesome. And we're the ones that are at the forefront. So thank you to the University of Tennessee and to the state attorney general.
I just gotta
attorneys
say,
general for
I
Tennessee
love
and
that.
Virginia.
Hold on, I
actually
got you,
bringing
Billy. Hold
them
on.
also.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. Now, this is my alma mater, right? I just want people to recognize the irony of this situation. And the irony of the situation is that when I came out of Tennessee and I said I took money under the table, how much backlash I got for trying to dismantle the NCAA. It got with me saying, "Oh, I don't like Tennessee," which was never the case, right? It was always about the NCAA. And so now the University of Tennessee said, "Fuck that. We're going to take the NCAA down." There's some irony there that's just hilarious, and I'm glad we're all past it. But I'm glad this needs to be done. NCAA is the biggest sham. They're crooks. They're all full of shit. They're hypocrites. They're all just old men that want to control young bodies. That's all it is. The circular reasoning. They have no logic behind their reasoning. They're crooks, and they've been stealing labor for years. And I'm all for this. Burn this motherfucker down.
The biggest thing in this case too is they are going after Tennessee for not a rule, a guidance that was put in place after what they are going after UT for happened. The collective flew a private plane for this player who's now at UT to go from, I think, his house in California to UT. And the rule that you can't do that, again, not a rule, a guidance, was put in place after this happened. The whole thing is a complete crock of shit.
Yeah. Sounds like it.
And I'm very happy that this could be the case that legit takes the NCAA down completely.
But what would I don't disagree. I don't think I fully get why it would dismantle the NCAA.
Because
fully.
their entire organization is built on a house of cards that when the big programs say, we're sick of this shit and we're going to break away and not deal with this anymore, then they have nothing left to stand on. The NCAA has existed for this long because most of the programs, when NIL wasn't legal, wanted, despite what they would say when they'd get in trouble, wanted someone enforcing the rules to whatever extent. Now that they're trying to enforce rules that are, one, counterintuitive, two, morally wrong, and three, illegal, most of them would just rather break away and form their own thing than have the NCAA doing this nonsense. And they're going to be ruled that what they're doing is not legal.
Yep.
Got it.
And
so then people are going to basically take themselves out of the NCAA?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll probably happen before it's forced to disband.
So there's nothing keeping the NCAA relevant, right? The irony of this entire thing is schools are starting to wake up to the relevancy of the NCAA is the schools, right? And the players, sooner or later, I hope, realize that the relevancy of the schools are the players, which is why they deserve to get paid. They deserve to get workman's comp, insurance, all of this stuff, right? Which the NCAA has robbed them from for years under the guise of amateurism, which is a term that they literally invented. They invented amateurism, which is a circular reasoning that says we don't pay NCAA athletes because they're amateurs. Well, why are they amateurs? Because we don't pay them. It's circular reasoning. It doesn't make any sense. There's no logic behind it, and you have robbed cats and young, not even young kids of labor that has been millions and billions of dollars over the course of these decades, and people are just starting to wake up to it. The schools are starting to wake up to it. Well, the players, with this house would have came crumbling down if there was a united front against with the players. It came crumbling down a long time ago, but not everybody on the same page because they kind of hold the leverage of, kids' futures in their hands. Play by my rules so you can get to the next level. What they need to do is treat the NCAA like a farm club, like a farm team, because that's what it is. It's just a mini pro league until you get to the NFL. That's all it is. But they still get paid, and it's a big business. So pay them boys.
Also, I didn't do like a great job of explaining. If you're interested in it, you should go read Donde Plowman's letter. She's the UT chancellor to the NCAA, and then now there's the lawsuit from the state attorney general against the NCAA. The NCAA also does not want to go to court ever because every time they go to court, they lose. And I don't know. I was talking to some people who hypothesized that the NCAA wanted this to go to court and to lose so that they didn't have to deal with this anymore. But I think that's giving them too much credit. I don't think they understood like what deep shit they were in, really. So if you're interested in it and you want to learn more, go read all that stuff. But it's going to be a very interesting case that could have very far-reaching implications. And it's funny that it's Arian's school that's doing it.
So
your school too, Big T.
Yep.
My question is,
I didn't, have
True.
a whole thing.
True.
if the NCAA disappears, what replaces it? And would that be worse than what is currently going on?
Yes. I mean, no, it wouldn't be worse because what's going to replace it is going to be a mini league. It's going to be a mini like a farm club team, right? Because that's what college sports are, right? The majority of them, the money makers, they're little farm clubs for professional sports. So go ahead.
Does that mean Title IX goes away?
Good. It could. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is why I say like capitalism is, and I hate to bring it back to that, but it's about money, and in our economic system, that's what reigns king, right? In capitalism, it's dog eat dog, right? It's dog eat dog. So you don't get everybody gets a scholarship, every school gets amount of, you don't get that shit. You don't get that shit. You get what capitalism yields, and that's the big dogs eat.
I mean, that's the only thing that's like, if the NCAA disappears, what do we have left? And like, yes, the NCAA stole labor but there is a framework that they created that they definitely, like, players should get paid. We've been working on that. But if the NCAA disappears and like, let's say we have basically some glorified college playoff committee, like taking care of all the decisions, like what system is going to be put in place that hopefully is better for everybody, including non-football players, non-male athletes.
You can't, because okay, what's fair about no offense, right? But this is the economics of the situation. What's fair about Baylor women's tennis, you know what I'm saying? And the University of Alabama's football team, getting the same, they're not generating the same revenue. It just is what it is. And that goes across all sports. And the NCAA pretends like, oh, that's what they're doing. They want to be fair about everything. You don't want to be fair. If you was fair about it, you would have created a system in which you paid them. You paid them for their labor.
Right. But, we're talking about like D1 women's basketball, makes a lot more, like a lot of money, but like what about, D3 football, say, like,
It is
that's
what it
not make
is. No,
that much money. Does that
wants
mean
to.
does
Nobody
that
wants
mean
to
it
watch that shit.
disappears?
Yes, it's gone.
There
It's outta
is a
here.
chance the NCAA could still exist, like football and basketball break away, and then they like keep it for everything else. I don't know if that could happen, but
Where would the money come from?
what do you mean?
How are you funding these sports? Because the majority of educational departments at the University of Tennessee, not just football and basketball and golf and swimming, the majority of it is funded by the major programs, football, basketball, right? This is
Yeah,
how
so
it's
I don't know if they would still keep the budgets the way they are in terms of football and basketball funding all that stuff, but then the football and basketball players are employees that get like TV revenue shares, or how they would do that.
I mean, they should. I mean, like I said, this is all has to be worked out on the on the business table, on the business side of things. At the end of the day, it'll have to be worked out, and you'll have to hammer those things. It'll take years to do that, but it's going to take years to do that because what you have to do is you have to detach. I can hear people when I'm talking about this now. You're gonna miss, the swimming and the tennis and it's not fair for the kids getting those scholarships, and like you have to unthink and unlearn what the NCAA has marketed to you for so many years. That shit was exploitation. That shit has to end. It is what it is. And in every other walk of life, we love capitalism. Hey, you get what you earn, you eat what you kill, and that's life. Except with college sports. For some reason, with college sports, we just pretend that everything should be fair. Nah, bruh. Nah. Nah.
I don't know that all that's going away, but I do feel extremely confident that in 10 years, football and men's basketball players will be contracted employees that have rev shares in the TV money.
I honestly think there's ways to keep it too, right? I mean, community funding, boosters, stuff like that want to see these sports thrive. There's government programs that can get involved. There's a plethora of ideas that can be thrown out there, right? If we want to keep college sports active, but to pretend like it's on the same level of college football and college basketball in a major way, it's just not. Ain't nobody asking what happened to high school badminton. What about the high school badminton players? Nobody gives a fuck because nobody watches that shit. It is what it is. Nobody, just treat it like you treat everything else, and the business will handle itself. We'll figure it out. But pay these boys. Stop stealing their labor.
Also, if you're interested in this stuff, there's a book called The Club. It's about how the Premier League was formed, and it's very, very similar to what's happening in college football right now, and it's a great book that you should read.
This is crazy. I'm literally on a cliff right now.
What? Don't jump.
Just suspended in the air. This is fantastic. I might podcast. Is this the first podcast done with this?
Hopefully.
was thinking, I don't know, but it might be.
I haven't seen it. This might be the first one, but this is fabulous. This is amazing, bro.
Let's just call it the first one. Title of the podcast: First podcast done with a Vision Pro.
Cool.
That's gonna do numbers.
This is
Try to get it out by today.
This is
Yeah,
fire.
it's gonna come out
Sorry.
next.
Just for the simple fact, it's like very like I mean, as y'all are sitting in your rooms, right? Like, and you're podcasting, it can get mundane. You just we like to be entertained visually. I've changed my scenery about 4 or 5 times, and I've been on a beach. I've been in snow. I've been on the moon, and right now I'm sitting on a cliff with a beautiful sunset. It's so nice, and I can like change.
You still have your background though for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all
okay.
can't see that, and I'm sure they'll figure out how to do that, right? And
Yeah.
I don't even know how to, because this interface is brand new to me, so I don't know how to change the background of this.
It's still
It's
crazy.
probably like blurring your background in Zoom. Like
No,
if you
this
go to your video settings.
Yeah, I don't even know how to go to video settings. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Anybody got any Grammy takes?
I don't think you want to hear about mine.
I do.
Taylor Swift.
did
Another
she do?
album. She
Jay-Z had a point though.
Taylor Swift won 2 Grammys last night, and during one of the acceptance speeches, she announced that she has a new album coming out in April, which I'm very excited for. But yeah, Billy, you can talk about Jay-Z. Also, I have a take after you.
Jay-Z was like, Beyonce's won more Grammys than anyone, but hasn't won Best Album.
Yeah.
And I think she lost to Taylor Swift.
She did, yeah. It is crazy she hasn't won album.
Although my man's with Kanye on him.
Kind of, but like it wasn't like it was it's not like he ripped the mic. Like I think he won like the Global Impact Award or something.
A little more eloquent. Yeah, he probably did a little more eloquent.
Yeah, it wasn't like the Kanye thing. It was like it was just more, why hasn't my wife won album of the year?
I mean, that is facts. I mean,
totally.
But that's what I mean. For years, black artists have always been like, gives a shit about the Grammys. Like, who votes on the Grammy? Like, to give an award about like an arbitrary, subjective art is just a weird thing to do anyway. Like, I've never really paid attention to any award show in general, just because it's like, it's art, man. Like, if it moves you, it moves you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I get recognizing our artists, but I don't think artists should put that much leeway into what a committee of whoever is voting on, because obviously it's been skewed, you know, non-black artists for generations, which is why black artists are always complaining about the Grammys.
I think the Grammys are my least favorite of the award shows, and I love award shows, but the Grammys, it always feels like it feels like there's way more losers in the Grammys, if that makes sense, than there are other award shows. And I don't know how to, I feel like when you, I don't know, like I feel like the Grammys just, no matter what, like the winners don't win as much as the losers lose. Does that make any sense? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, because for example,
it feels like it hurts. It's more personal of a loss because it's like, your work versus like a movie you were in. Like there's so many moving parts of a movie. Whereas like if Oppenheimer loses an Oscar, it doesn't affect Cillian Murphy the same way losing a Grammy affects SZA or Beyonce or Jelly Roll or whoever it is. Do you know what I mean? Because it's your art and it's your more personal
it's
work.
Like you created it rather than an entire team. Like
I will say also Grammys just drag the fuck on way too long, and I get that there's performances and stuff, but I mean it is the most drawn out award show ever.
The Tracy Chapman Luke Combs performance was awesome. That was awesome though.
That rocked.
I didn't watch any of it.
And I mean, everyone says like, oh, Luke Combs, you like stole the song, but like Tracy Chapman just got introduced to a whole another generation, which is awesome.
That was a really cool moment. Seeing Brie and Zach there was a really cool thing. And
Zach got snubbed big time. Zach got snubbed. Like that's when I was like, oh, the people choosing these don't know shit. Like they're
is the committee known? Does the committee do we know who votes on it?
I can look. There's like always a tweet that goes viral during like every award show where it's like all of these award shows are fake unless the people I like win, then they're real.
Like Lainey Wilson had some great songs, but her album was nowhere close to Zach Bryan's self-titled album.
But yeah, exactly, totally. But also Zach Bryan, still Grammy winner.
Yes,
So congrats to Zach.
I went to
our
sleep.
Friend Zach Bryan.
I went to sleep after he lost the first time. Yeah. I was like, fuck this. This is rigged.
He won in like the pre-show. It was like the ones that don't get shown.
Yeah.
Okay, so it says recording
they
Academy
nerfed Lainey
members
Wilson too.
I don't know her, but anyways, she's
Watermelon
dating Devlin
Moonshine.
Hodges. I just learned. Doc Hodges. The Recording Academy members and record companies enter recordings and music videos released during the eligibility year, which they consider worthy of recognition in the Grammy Awards process. First round ballots are sent to voting members in good due standing. To help ensure the quality of voting, members are directed to vote only in the areas of expertise. They may vote in up to 10 categories across the 3 genre fields, plus the 6 categories of general field: record of the year, album of the year, song of the year, etc.
That's just such a tough thing to judge. You know what I'm saying?
Ballots are tabulated by the independent accounting firm of Deloitte. So shout out to all of the
finance
pros that listen to this podcast that work at Deloitte. For giving us
big Killer Mike won. Killer Mike cleaned up. So
they got arrested. Did you see that?
Killer Mike. What did he get arrested for?
He got arrested right after winning.
Well, first and foremost, before we get into the gossip, that album, I didn't even know it was up for a Grammy. I knew it was going to like be in the conversation, but I didn't know when the Grammys was. But when it first came out months and months ago, I was like, yo, this is one of the best albums I've heard in a long time. It's just such a complete project from top to bottom. My favorite song on that is it's about his mother. My mama dead. My grandmama dead. I forget what he called. He might be called it my mother or whatever. But he talks about how his mother and his grandmother raised him, shit like that. What I love about that album more than anything, I'm giving him his flowers. It's like hip hop always feels like it has to be a young man's sport, and we don't ever get to grow with our artists. Like we always like throw them to the curb because they always have to be in the club. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is like it's a social mover.
Is it Motherless? Is that what you're talking
Motherless,
about?
yes, motherless. And so it's a beautiful song. If anybody's ever lost anybody, close to them, it just evokes all those emotions. And that's what I love about this album. It's a grown man album where it's talking about real like stuff that men go through. And specifically black men, and he talks about that. And so it was very, very dope, very, very well done. He's always been a good artist, but this to me it took him. So congrats to him. What did he get arrested for?
Yeah, I
don't
didn't mean to undermine his
No.
win
You
and everything.
good.
But literally, I just saw a video on Twitter of him getting.
We don't know that it's not out.
No, it
So he
wasn't
said-
public.
On Sunday, February 4th, just after 4 p.m., a male adult was detained and handcuffed for a physical altercation that occurred at the 700 block of Chick Hearns Court. The suspect is identified as 48-year-old Michael Render. And there's just a video of him getting let out by police. So we don't know what happened.
Yeah, there were videos of Killer Mike being taken out in handcuffs, but it wasn't made to the public of what he was getting arrested for.
Battery, I guess, but
Maybe he's just
Also-
celebrating his win too much. You know what I mean?
Also,
Somebody was talking shit. He might have snuffed somebody. I'm hoping that's what it is.
I
mean-
found the list of people who vote for it's the board of trustees for the Recording Academy. I don't know if
dox
this is,
them.
I
dox
don't know if
that-
this is
no, I'm
every
joking.
single person who votes because there's not that many. But the only people I know on here are John Legend, Julia Michaels, which I don't know if it's the same Julia Michaels I'm thinking of, or Michelle's. I don't know. That might be the same then. And then the rest of them I have never heard of. And maybe I just don't know music like that, but like they're not. I think they're just like industry people.
also
There it
Lisa
is.
Ann got arrested
And Lisa Ann got arrested. Shout
Oh.
out.
for
She's an adult film star.
she
Damn.
at a Matt Rife show.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
free Lisa Ann, free Killer Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it is, man. Has anybody got anything else? We
really quick,
shoot.
I'm gonna test a Stanley on air for lead.
Okay.
All right, little
Let's do it.
science fair pre-intro. So it's been going viral on TikTok that there's lead in Stanleys. So I'm gonna put that to the test right now.
All right, let's do it. Billy
I have
got
lead
his-
test strips and vinegar to activate the lead test strips, and we're
How
gonna
long
see.
how long does this take?
It should take around 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So
All right, let's do it.
keeping it snappy for those at home. Definitely YouTube episode. More for the Vision Pro than this impromptu.
All right, so he's putting the lead in the strip with the vinegar and the. Why do you?
Yeah, Billy, explain what you're doing.
Yeah.
Why do?
Okay,
why
so
do you,
I
why do you know how to test
This
for
is a
lead?
podcast.
Because it says it on the lead test swipe instructions.
You have vinegar in your Stanley
So I
cup.
I have white vinegar. No, I'm about to spill the white vinegar all over my
Wait, so
rooms.
you put vinegar in?
No, I put vinegar on the
test
test,
strip.
strip. Shit, I put the wrong cap on the test strip versus the.
You gonna fuck this up?
Oh shit.
I got 4% left on my Vision Pro goggles.
Okay, so I guess you detect if the swab turns red, pink, or violet, there is lead present. May also stain pink if low levels of lead are present.
What's the color?
So it's a little dark, no lead in the Stanley.
All right,
So it's all yellow.
Dr. Billy has concluded that there
Not
is
sure
no.
how precise.
Shout
but
out to my Stanley.
Yeah.
So I'll
There's
test my other
no lead in
Stanley.
the Stanley, so y'all continue to storm your local Starbucks and Target and Walgreens. Whoop all them females' ass. She can get you one with no lead.
Also,
Well, think
kind of
about
crazy
it.
that Billy has two, and I'm the one that always gets made fun of for the Stanley, and Billy has multiple in his house. He is the real white girl in this place.
How much they cost?
45.
That's crazy.
I have
Mine's only 35.
2 pre-owned ones.
One
So-
is
You
Whitey's.
bought a used cup, bro?
Yeah, I used to. Kind of.
I didn't know used cups was a market. It was
I
a
don't
market
think
for
it is.
It's not. I don't
used
think it
cups.
is.
One is Whitey's,
Crazy.
right?
Yes.
You have a Stanley for your dog?
Yeah. People think
out.
that
I'm out.
the lead is causing people to go crazy for the Stanleys, much like they think the Roman Empire fell because everyone went crazy from the lead pipes.
This is actually studied. There was an increase of lead in the 90s that they attribute to a lot of the crime wave in the 90s. That's a real thing.
Huh.
I did see that.
And
That's a real
leaded
thing.
gasoline.
Yep. Well, if anybody got nothing else, man, that would be the nano dosing for today. Like I said, we appreciate all your listenership, but y'all should check this one out on YouTube just so you can see the Vision Pro and kind of like what it's capable of doing. It's pretty dope, man. I know this is a free ad for Apple and they ain't paying us, but god damn, this shit is tough, man. This shit is pretty cold. And Billy wanted to plug these shirts one more time, so go ahead, Billy.
Check out the new Macro shirts. They are live on the Barstool store. If you go to the Macro main page of any social, there will definitely be an ad for these new t-shirts. They're perfect for your Valentine, who is also a Macrodosian. Get them now, and they'll get to you by Valentine's Day.
They're probably not perfect for that, but I hope.
No, they're perfect.
Probably not. But all right, man. We appreciate y'all. Much love, respect. Y'all go to the YouTube, subscribe with you. We creeping up slowly. I like the slow, steady growth, man. I'm trying to get Big T high, man.
How far are we from getting Big T high?
About
Far
60,000.
He doesn't have to worry about it right now.
Yeah, he's
I shouldn't have to
chilling.
worry about it at all because that was never the deal.
It was the deal.
What was the deal?
It was if we hit 100,000 in like a month.
Nah, that was never the deal.
We're
No.
close to 50,000, so we could brainstorm some new
Yeah, we need
ideas
to do something for 50K, like some sort of stream. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Anyone.
Facts.
Sweet.
Well, all right, y'all. Much love, and we'll catch y'all on Thursday. Peace.